Hello, my beautiful YouTube family. So I have been saying for a really long time that we have a lot to talk about, but always when we are out with the horses, it's kind of so much to focus on them. So I think it's a good idea to actually sit down and talk. And I have Isak, of course, with me today.
Hello, hi.
Yes, and the things that I would like to talk about today is Frosty's accident that happened last week. I think some of you, or maybe a lot of you, didn't understand what happened because it was actually really serious. And we are also going to talk about Dandelion, actually, and some other stuff, plans for the future as well. Yes, so this Frosty thing, it happened actually when you had your day off.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I saw the footage. It was, yeah, not fun.
No, it was actually not. The thing was with Frosty, he kind of had been a bit stressed out for the whole day, because the thing we did was we were moving all the horses to the forest. And for every horse that we moved, Frosty got a little bit more stressed. So when it was time for him to leave, he was kind of all wind up. So we took him on the bus. I think it was actually a good idea. You weren't here, Isak, because that was actually really scary. Anyway, we took him on the bus, and we closed all the doors. And all of a sudden, I hear this really high noise, like boom, 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 in the truck. And I was kind of like, I had actually no idea what was going on. So we opened the doors, and no one actually told me what was happening. So I did something that is a really bad thing to do. I started screaming. I was like, Frosty, Frosty, Frosty! Like I thought, someone needs to tell me something. I hope Frosty do. But then finally Jesper and Hanna, it felt like forever, but it probably wasn't that long. They told me that Frosty actually had jumped up to the food tray.
Yeah. And
he was stuck, he couldn't come down. So Jesper opened the big door, and he was kind of holding Frosty up there so he shouldn't fall over. He needed to come down with all his 4 feet. And finally he actually did. But he was really messed up. Frosty didn't hurt himself. But it was really, really scary actually. And the day after we could load him and go away, because then he had kind of like calmed down. So that was really great actually. Yeah. And he is with Hannah now. So that worked out just fine.
Has anything like that happened before? Or was this like totally different?
Totally different. Never ever I had this experience with a horse. And I never thought in a million years that it was supposed to happen with Frosty.
No.
It was just kind of a couple of months since we was... that I haven't told you actually. Frosty was in a movie. Yes, he did commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah, that day you had off too. You have too many days off, Isak. Yes, he was in a commercial. So we had a girl come here, ride Frosty for one time. And Jesper and I kind of got Frosty ready and loaded him on the bus. And he was chill as ever. Yeah. No problem at all. Because if there had been something with Frosty, I wouldn't have felt confident having a stranger riding Frosty for a big crew of filmers. What's the word?
Crew, I guess.
Crew. Yeah. And the film.
Film people.
Film people, yes. We're movie makers, anyway. And it was actually kind of fun because this is a commercial that runs in the USA. So it was customers from USA that have come by airplane to Sweden to do this movie.
So fun that they chose Frosty of all horses, not someone in Texas or in USA.
Yeah, it's really strange actually. Frosty was kind of like a rock star. But that is kind of an episode of its own because I actually have a lot to talk about that too. But anyway, I have been thinking a lot what went wrong with Frosty, of course, because always when things happens, I need kind of to sit back and think, what could I have done different? Why did this happen? And Frosty is kind of like an old horse. He's not like a young horse, and this is so strange. But this kind of leads me into what I believe in. I believe in preparing foals for life and I start actually the same day we are born. I think Frosty has had kind of a tough life. I think you noticed too, Isak, that he isn't quite as mad as horses.
No, he's a bit more laid back. He doesn't always come up and with all this excitement.
No.
He's a bit more careful and a bit more calm, usually.
I wouldn't actually choose the word calm and laid back because I think actually they are wrong.
Okay.
Because uncertain. He's unsecure. He doesn't trust.
Yeah.
He seems a little bit worried when you are going up to him in the pasture, like he aren't sure that you are a nice person. You have never done anything to Frosty. I have never done anything to Frosty. But I think actually someone have done something to Frosty, because a horse doesn't become like that on his own.
No.
Although he's only have like good experience here, no one has hit him or anything like that, only tried to build his confidence. So I believe when it comes to foals, when you're manhandling a foal, let's say you take it up on a bus or a trailer and kind of pushes the foals in, or taking lines, or I don't know, we all kind of strange ways to get foals on a horse track. I believe that can be kind of like a trauma for the foal. And if the foal has this kind of experience so young or ever, it kind of can come back to them. And then people think then it would be a problem all of the time. But no, it doesn't have to be like that, because it can be under other stressful situations. And then the trauma can come back and he can't handle it. So he did something he never ever have done before. Either that, or he has been kind of like in an accident when he has been on a bus or a trailer. That I can't be sure of. And I think it's kind of like that for humans too. If you had like a trauma when you were a child, you can always try to work with yourself to get away from the trauma. But you never know when it kind of comes back and haunt you.
Yeah, it just needs to be one little thing that reminds you of it, and it can all come back so soon,
yes.
so fast.
I have done a lot of operation when I was a child. I operated on my eyes and had like a traumatic experience. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about that now.
if you want to.
Yes, I did a lot of operation on my eyes, 3 actually. And the thing that kind of put me through and made it a trauma for me was when we were supposed to sedate me, because I was kind of like 3 years or something and I didn't want to be sedated. But I do remember this nurse holding this thing over
the gas mask.
Yes, the gas mask. Over my face and pushed it down, and I couldn't. She was holding me. I couldn't move, and it felt like I was suffocated. And I was so young, but I still remember this like it was yesterday. So when I comes to a hospital, I get this feeling that is hard to explain actually. It's a feeling that it's not a good feeling anyway. And if I'm kind of a little bit worried of something, or a little bit that's kind of escalate. But I'm a human, so I can think in. I don't get like Frosty. But I get like really worried and I can start to cry and get upset, but I'm not running away from there. And I think you can always kind of go in therapy and rehabilitate and stuff like that. I don't think you can put a horse through therapy, but I think you can train and rehabilitate things that happen to foals, but you never know when the trauma comes back full force. And I think it was what happened with Frosty in the bus.
It just got too much for him.
Yes.
And all through the day also, he didn't have a like calm mindset when he went into it.
No.
He was really stressed up.
Yes, he was. And I think when situations like that happens, the trauma can come back, and the memory. And he's a horse, so he can't think exactly and work with it like a human.
No.
So I think you can train, of course, and make things better, but the trauma can come back and you can have this kind of reaction from the horse. Yes. And it's why I think it's so important to actually give the foals the right foundation from the start, and not to force foals to doing stuff. I think I will talk about that some more later on. But I actually have been thinking a lot about Dandelion lately. You were working. You actually were working.
Yes, that day I was here.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be
really beautiful and happy.
Yes, and your first experience
with a foal.
Yes, to see a live birth foal. Yes, so it was a special day for you as well. Hey, Lambi. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about Dandelion because I kind of feel and need his death to mean something. And at the same time, I have been thinking a lot about this preparing foals for life and showing exactly what I'm doing actually to give a foal a good foundation. Because I am not going to do what a lot of other people does. I'm not going to work with problem horses. I'm not going to take in rescue horses. But what I can do is show how to give foals a proper foundation. And I think if more foals got like a proper foundation, we wouldn't have this problem horse thing that is kind of big. I think it would be less problem horses.
Yeah.
At least I hope. Anyway, I think it would be a really great idea to name this after Dandelion, because I would like this to be like a movement all over the world. How to prepare a foal for life. I don't know, what do you think about that? And I also think that it would be nice if it had kind of like a name, something with Dandelion, because then we can start to remember Dandelion like he had a purpose and something that is actually beautiful.
Yeah.
What do you think, Isak?
I think we need a good name.
Yes.
And I think together with the YouTube family and all the fans around the world, I think we can make a big difference for horses and to give them a good foundation to get through life.
Yeah, I hope so. But I need your help with this, Isak and I do actually, because we can't do it alone. We need to do this together with you, because we are only 2 persons. We need to be a lot more to make this a movement in Dandelion's name, actually. Yes, and shall we talk a little about this week?
Sure.
What is going? Are you working anything?
I'll be here working.
Yes. I think I was planning to do a little bit of an update in the forest, showing you how everybody gets along. Nicky and Madonna has had some fun discussions.
That's always interesting to film.
Yes.
Trying to get around with Fiona and Lavendel.
Yes. I actually have a really fun footage, Isak, that you don't know about.
Oh, is it from the security cameras?
Oh, yes. Oh, cute.
Oh, yeah, so I was out there and taking out the poop.
Yeah.
And I had to get them out from the boxes.
Yeah.
It was not that easy.
No. Jesper actually put it on fast...
Time lapse.
Yes. And it was so funny.
Oh, I'll have to see that.
Yes, I hope we can download it, because that was the most fun I had all week, actually. Oh. And also we have cameras, so I'm watching horses kind of a lot at night, because we are doing so much funny stuff. You think we should stand and eat and sleep and only that, but we are communicating and eating and farting and snoring and playing in the house, and it's kind of actually really peaceful and fun to watch. Yes. Yes, so that's the plan for the week. What more do we have? Yes, we did like a post in the community.
Yeah.
Asking about what content you would like to see, if you would like to kind of follow along for a day, to get to know me better. So I actually want to thank you for all your comments and all your suggestions, because I think it would be really, really fun to share more parts of my life, because it's not only the horses, it's kind of a lot more to run a farm, and I also have several companies actually that make this kind of lifestyle possible. And I actually would think it would be really fun. Yes, I do.
So maybe we'll do that this week.
Maybe. When I have to clean the house. That's a problem. I actually read one really beautiful comment. I don't remember exactly right now who wrote it, but it was, "I came for the horses, but I'm staying for you, Malin." And that comment kind of touched me right in the heart, because that was really nice. And we are going to talk about this Lady Malin thing, how I got my title, because we had this picture of me in like a
A royal dress, I guess.
Yes, and the crown.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay. How this happened. I think I actually made an episode about that. The first one in English, a Q&A.
Oh, that was a long time ago now.
It was. And it was kind of like this. When I started to go viral on YouTube, a lot of people wrote things kind of like, and referred to me as a lady. And I told my almost husband, I told Jesper, oh my God, we think I'm so old. They're calling me a lady. And I was kind of, oh no, I'm not that old. And at the same time, I was kind of, I just had bought like a tiara for Fiona to do some fun shorts with. And we were out filming, and I kind of just put it on my head, and we took some funny pictures, and then it kind of was like, okay, this lady thing, I need to own it, I need to make it my own. And then it became like Lady Malin. So I'm not royalty, or am I?
Not yet.
Not yet, exactly. So that's kind of a fun thing. And now I kind of have started to like this Lady Malin thing. I do love when you call me Lady Malin. I think it's kind of nice and beautiful, actually. Yes, I do. Yes, do you have anything to put in, Isak?
We also have gotten some comments, not on this latest community post, but the latest videos, about the cursing.
Yes.
On this channel, both by me and by
It started by you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't have the best vocabulary, I guess.
I actually never heard you say a bad word ever. First time was actually in that episode when you had Lavendel come after you.
Yeah, sometimes it just gets too much with them.
Yeah. And you said the F word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I had to.
Yeah, you do.
I just had to survive.
You just had to survive, yes.
So I was focused on that.
Yes.
Yeah. But then you have also started cursing a little bit.
Yes. I said a bad word in last episode. Maybe 2 if shit counts. I'm not sure. So listen, I'm not proud when I say like, is it a curse?
Yeah, curse word, I guess. Bad word.
Yeah, curse or a bad word. I'm not proud of it. But I'm not going to cut it out or edit it away, because I am me. And I'm not going to apologize for it either, because that would be to apologize for who I am. And I'm not going to do that. That ain't gonna happen. Someone actually write a comment saying, shame on you. And no one talks to me that way. So you need to love me, the good and the bad. Because I'm just a human, and so are Isak. I don't like when Isak swears. I don't like when I do it. We will try to do better, but we can't promise, because we are actually only humans. And I'm not trying to be someone else than me. I'm not trying to show you someone that isn't true, because that's not me. So you have to take me with the good and the bad.
Yeah.
But I try to do better, actually, because I don't like swearing.
Yeah.
No, I don't. And you should behave, young man.
Yeah, and it is a second language for us, so it's not always that easy to find the right words.
No, it's not, because we are going from Swedish to English to not swearing. It's a lot of steps in the brain, actually.
It really is.
Yes. So if you don't can accept it, we have to go and do Swedish episodes again. And that would be really boring, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, guys. So I want to thank you, as always, for all your love and comments. We appreciate it so very much. And I think we actually should do a special thank you to all our members that have joined the Horse Family Fan. Thank you for your support to my mission. And see you soon this week. Love you guys. Bye.